But not on camera. Good evening, everyone. Just going to continue with Sunken today. Oh, I remember from last night. I've got to I've got to asphalt this route up here into the castle. And that will be finally out of the way and I can carry on with other jobs. To the moment, don't have a lot. Establish a route and recover the mines. So, okay, I've got to go. I'm back down to the mountain base. Should be here. I'm gonna have to bring up tarmacking vehicles, which means, have I unlocked the vehicle? Yes, I should have the vehicle carrier unlocked. Not the best one, but should have a vehicle carrier. There it is. I'm going to bring this up. Bit of a struggle. There is some rough terrain going up to the castle, although I'm only taking this close to the castle. I do need my asphalter, which is there. And I do need my, what do they call those things? The steamroller, or flattening the tarmac. I get lined up properly. Take some fuel with me. Don't want to go up there half cocked with fuel. Having trouble getting him on there tonight. Come on, baby. He just doesn't want to go up. It's a bit wonky, but hey, we got it. Right. Get him. Turn his engine off. No point wasting fuel while he's in the back of a truck. Right, now I need the roller. There it is. And he got up a little better. Engine off. Cargo strapped in. Vehicles strapped in. Now we can go. I've got no fuel control on this because the four-wheel drive and the differential lock is... Sorry. Not watching where I'm going. Yeah, four-wheel drive and differential lock. It's locked in. So I can't turn them off to save fuel. But carrying heavy loads, you need that four-wheel drive and diff lock. No, it's a bit fun getting this thing around a corner. I should have put more sand down and built a tighter corner. But we can do it. Phew. Oh, we'll have to live dangerously. I think my only real obstacle is getting up this first initial hill. Getting up to the train station and to the back of the castle should be a problem. Because I've done it before, I can do it again. He's only slow going up here because of sand. I haven't asphalted this area yet. Whether I'll need to, I don't know. I think there's a route. I'm on a sore throat tonight. I think there might be one or two missions, envoy routes that go up here. If so, if memory serves, I'll have to asphalt. I'm still not used to saying asphalt. I always say tarmac. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone's more knowledgeable, but I'm sure there is a difference between tarmac and asphalt. Answers in the comments, if anyone knows. Right, we're up the hills. There's a bit more level up here now. Just need to get over the dirt track area. I'm not sure if he's going to make it through the woods. I'll have to go around the damaged roads through the old town. And fingers crossed I don't get lodged there. Right turn here. Yeah, with a controller, you can really feel the struggle when he's moving slowly. You expect him to go faster, but it's not. Your fingers fully on the trigger, the throttle trigger, and it's just painfully going slowly. Two fallen trees here, one on the left, one on the right, and I'm probably going to have to knock them out before doing a route, or the AI convoy will just struggle. I expected to get stuck here, and I almost did. Ooh, we did it. Come on, baby, a bit more, a bit more. Look at that smooth tarmac ahead. You can do it. Love the sound of that transmission grinding. Right. A few buildings to navigate before we get up to the castle. Because I am not taking a country lane with the tarmac machine. That would be painful. He is very slow and is prone to getting stuck on the smallest object, like a pebble. Ooh, don't get stuck on that. Like, okay. Being a real Mad Max tonight, I'm just running over everything. Not clearing the road, I'm just bulldozing my way through. Although I did move some of that concrete last night, so it's a little easier to navigate these corners. Well, those two yellow doors over there, that's where the start of the castle route is, so we're nearly there. And there's a castle up there. How close I can get with this, I can't remember. Relatively close. Where my yellow crane is at the moment, I think that's close to the limit of where I can go with such a large vehicle. It doesn't have to do anything special, it just needs to find a nice place to park and let my roadcraft material off. Yeah, it can get a bit tricky here. Start the bridge, so I'll have to go up slowly with the tarmac machine, the paver. Oh, I think that's about as close as I'm getting with the vehicle carrier. See if that's a safe spot to let my stuff off. Could be difficult, but we'll try. Right. Change to that one. Right, you go off, okay. We're just putting him out the way for now, but I want to get the paver up first. That was a bit fast off the back. That's about as fast as that vehicle's ever gone. Okay. Gravelly roads are not good for a paver. At least no more trees have grown since yesterday. I knocked all them trees down 2 nights ago, and some of them, for some reason, grew back. I didn't think they grew back in the game. Just hope my paver can get around the tree. Okay. Up to the right side. Okay. I don't think it's going to have the power to pay while going upwards, so I'll drive him up and then I'll come backwards with the asphalt, because it is a very silly steep angle. There we go. You can get up it without asphalting, but as soon as you start asphalting, it's a slow journey. So let's do this with gravity. Gravity should give us a little helping hand. Oops. Come on, man. Okay, let's start asphalting backwards. That's good. That should hopefully help to get other vehicles up. You see what I mean? I'm trying to get upwards now with the asphalt out. It's a little better once some asphalt is down. But when it's just sand, very difficult. That's good. And even that is enough to get a small vehicle up, which, if I remember rightly, the convoy is relatively small vans. They're not big trucks. I mean, the developers would be some kind of crazy people to try and get a big truck where that gap in the wall has to, you have to get through that, so it has to be a small vehicle. See, I'm trying to go backwards there, it's just the blade of the asphalt. The blade of the asphalt machine is just getting caught. I may have to try that on the upwards. These little vehicles don't like turning on a gradient. Very difficult. Come on. Okay. Should be enough on the left-hand side. Let's try and do a little bit more on the right. I'm turning to the right and it wants to go to the left. That's the kind of trouble it gives you. Okay, that'll have to do. And I think it's time to move the other vehicles just to give myself some room. I do need a bit more sand. So I'll keep the sander here and the dozer for flattening the sand. Put my trailblazer on the left, that can go back down. It will allow me to do so. Take that tree with you. Nope. Just bends it. Doesn't snap it. Safe to park in there. Take my roller up. I think the roller might have some issues with that tree. If I can't squeeze it to the left or right of that tree, I'm gonna have to risk trying to do the route with just raw tarmac. No smoothing. Got it. Whoops. Forgot we've got this new thing where we'll have to turn the roller on. Start rolling. I'll do it in slow gear. Apparently you do get a smoother surface with low gear. It's been tested and tried. I've had some really knobbly roads and I've rolled over them a few times. I managed to get quite a few bumps down. But it's not too bad up here. There's no massive bumps. I mean, the main job for tonight's stream is just to get this finished and the route. The missus will be home by about 9:30, so I should be done by then. Might even manage to get the Sunken or the flooded village mission done too. You could see his rollers spinning there. He was having a bit of difficulty getting up there. Okay, sander. Dump truck, I should say. I'll do a little more sanding just to ensure a smooth run. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna run it without sanding this final bit. If they don't make it, the mission will just give you a warning. Not a penalty like the old original game, but if there's a failure, I can just smooth it out after. Get that rock pushed out of the way. Getting low on fuel for the sander too. Move the dozer out of the way for now. Tuck that away in the corner. We've got enough room. I can tuck these into the side of the road, just enough to get the convoy up. Oh well, he just doesn't want to go anywhere but lie there. He can be tucked away around here. Right, that should be nice and clear for the convoy to come up. Where's my convoy? Going around here. I'm gonna have to move that truck. I don't want to get jammed in there. Up the bridge, around the tree. Okay, through the wall and home. It's not just a one-off mission, so with 1,700 stars per truck, and there's 3,400, so that's only about 2 missions, 2 convoys. So let's move this thing because he is going to be problematic. You know, I'm just going to send him home. I don't think I'll need him because I can instantly take the others home. It's just, I don't need him again up at the castle area. Okay. Right, let's dispatch the vehicles and let's see how well this convoy does. See what I mean? Little bands, so nothing ginormous. One so far. Sometimes a convoy sends 2 or 3. So this will be the initial one. Whether the initial one, yeah, it's got a green trail behind it, that means it's drawing the route. With 1,700 per truck. I'm not sure if the initial truck gives you the first lots of points or whether it's 2 trucks after. This is just for making the route. Not sure if we'll get rewards. Soon find out. 3,400 and 10,560. Let's go into spectator mode. I'm not driving this is the AI. Ooh, I should have put a little bit of sand down there. He's struggling. Got tickled by that tree, but he made it. Come on, get up the asphalt. Nothing should stop you getting up asphalt. What? No. How can it have trouble getting up asphalt? I can't get the road any smoother than that. I've seen stuff go up steeper. Okay, if this thing fails, I just have to run it again. And I'll put a vehicle behind to give a push. I'll use my loader. Dozer, sorry. Use my dozer as a... If I can get him out of these rocks. Okay, the route failed because he got stuck on the steep incline. They must have changed something. When I done this about 6 months ago, feels like that. Well, probably only a few months. I got this mission done on the first go. The bridge was made, the route was down, and they made it. I had no trouble. I'll just have to use this as a vehicle for pushing. Oh, and because of the angle, it's dumped a lot of sand where I didn't need it. Now, looking at the route, it failed on this red one, so when I tell it to go again, the truck should start about here and take off again. So that should be. I'll pull it back a little bit more. That should be close enough to not interfere. Now tell it to dispatch the vehicle again. It normally starts from right there. Has it taken it right back to the beginning? Nope. It came in behind me. Cheeky bugger. Yeah. I'll get out of your way. I'll get out of your way. Aggressive AI, man. Right, come on, get in front of me. I'm wasting all this sand. Now I can't get behind him. Just cannot climb this hill today. What is going on? They have done something to this mission. It used to be a breeze getting up this hill. And now it's mission impossible. Right, he's failed again. Good, that'll give me a chance to get behind him again. At least I'm not full of sand now to dump at a stupid angle. I'm not going to be able to turn on the bridge. Tree seems to have gone, so something's knocked it out finally. At least I've had some luck. Right. Dispatch the vehicle. Why is it always starting behind me? This isn't crazy. I'm gonna get stuck in that stupid situation again. No, do you know what? I'm just gonna push him backwards. If he fails again, he fails. I don't get penalties for it, so I need to get behind him, not in front of him. AI, you're stupid. Let's see if the AI can sort himself out into the proper angle. Go on, get back up the hill, idiot. He's gonna fail now because he's having trouble. Oh, he's found reverse gear. Easiest thing to do is to cancel route manually. Thank you. And it looks like it started it at the bottom of the bridge rather than up the bridge, so there he is, see, bottom of the bridge. Now I can get behind him. Give him a little push. I'm going to give him a big push off the other side of the mountain. Let's see, he's getting stuck on that stupid steep. I'll give him a little push. Go on, up we go. See, he can make it on his own now. Now I can go back into spectator mode, and he's gonna get stuck in the mud because the AI just loves to be a pain. I am gonna have to sand this bit. But then again, there's only 2 vehicles to come up. Go on, get through that gap. Go on. Target is over there. Yep, that's one home. So did I get any reward for that first mission? No, see? Got nothing apart from completing the route. Still got 2 trucks to come.
If I ever take a vacation, well, for now, the rescue
I'll just end up having to push those 2 up as well. Well, I'm gonna get down the hill before he gets here. Oh, I'm out of fuel. That's not good. Go home. I'll just use the dozer. Not the dozer. Just use my cargo truck. He's only got 70 fuel left, so 60 fuel, so. Right, here comes the truck. A yellow one this time. Come on, don't want to waste my fuel waiting for you guys. Whoop. Little bump. Alright, he should be home now. Route complete. There should be 1 remaining. Yep, 1700 remaining. 1 truck. Then I can shut down the route because I don't need it anymore. You can keep trucks, AI truck routes going, or you can just cancel them for a nice empty map. But if you want a busy map with routes going everywhere and trucks running into each other, keep all your routes going. I've done it on a few of the older maps on the easy mode. It's quite good fun. Brought a bit of life to the map as well. Seeing other drivers running around instead of just your own vehicle. Added a little life to the map. It doesn't instantly, or it doesn't always send the trucks out straight away. Maybe a couple of minutes before this last one comes out. So I've turned my engine off to save my fuel. But if you do want to speed things along, it says I've got 1700 and 5280. So what you do is cancel the route. Doesn't affect your rewards or anything, and then dispatch vehicles again. There you go. There's your vehicle. You don't have to wait. In the original game, before it got patched, if you done that, you lost. Um, it counted cancelling convoys as a failure, and you wouldn't get your 100%. Cinematic mode. YouTube's a bit quiet for Friday night. Not a lot of big people on watching. That's why I'm playing late. I will be going back to Train Sim World 6 soon. Just had some new DLC for that game, so. But at the moment, I'm enjoying hard mode on Roadcraft. Right, 42 fuel, just enough to get this guy up. Bumpy, bumpy. He seems a little chipper. The others struggle to get up there, but he's going for it. He still needs a bit of a hand over here. Go on, my son. Boink. And that should complete the convoy. All done. Infrastructure completed. That's it. It's on the completed list now. Operational. That one's route. So I can cancel that one too. Cancel the route and clear the route. Sunken Castle. That's why I had a red. I don't know why I'm pointing at my screen. Nobody can see me finger pointing. It's got the red tire on it. It was a hard convoy. I wouldn't say it was hard. It was just tricky. Clear that route. No more messing about with the castle. Okay, all these vehicles can go home now. Mountain base. Refuel. One currency per litre. Ah, if only in real life it was 1 currency per litre. Don't think there's any engines running here. I'll leave these here till I need them. But at the moment, next mission. Cover the mine plans from the flooded village. Flooded village is over here near the port. So yeah, that's from the river base. So I'm going to take the scout. The better scout that is. That one there. I know it's inside that flooded village, and there's some wrecked buildings, a bit like the other derelict village that we had to go into, but that was to recover a safe, which is a bit heavier. These are just recovery plans. I don't think it's a heavy object. If I remember rightly, it's just past this area. course, I needed to bring the scout because he's got the scanner for scanning the area. Okay, this is the area. I'm just trying to remember the best way in because it's a bit... everything's derelict, damaged, rough terrain. Look at that, there's a fallen tree. And there's a yellow circle, so I've got to do my scanning within the yellow circle.
Now, all you have to do is find the admin building. At least you don't have to crack the safe yourself. Although if you could, I'd be impressed. And suspicious.
I can't remember where it is. It's obviously inside a building. I can't remember which one. Not over there because the yellow circle stops there. Let's keep scanning. There it is. It does. It's another safe, isn't it? It's just my luck. It's another safe. How am I going to drag that thing out? I'm going to have to bring the crane down. I don't think my little truck is going to get up that wall. Fat chance. I don't think there's another way into it, so yeah, it's going to be a job for Super Crane. Just leave him there. Once I get enough money, there is another 6 crane with a longer boom, more power, better, what do you call them? Better anchors. Just generally a more powerful crane, but this one's good for now. I think that's the wrong turning. Thought that was the way into the village. Must be the next turn. That's the puzzling aspect of the game. People think it's a bit of a puzzle, a bit of an adventure, a bit of a simulator driving. when when you've got to keep bringing different vehicles to the same locations to chop down that tree, to mulch the tree down, just so you can get your normal vehicles in. Or you can just do what I do and just plow through it. I mean, if you wanted to, you could even bring the sander machines down here and pave your way through the rubble. But I would only pave if you really needed to. If something became really impassable, just pave it. Okay. My boom should be long enough to get into there. Yes. Deliver the object to somewhere as soon as I find out where it is on the map. Vehicle a little level. Balance it on the roof, try and clamp it down with my arm. Yeah, it's not quite clamped. A bit more secure. Okay, where have I got to deliver to? Deliver the object to, oh, way over at the workshop. Okay. I know where that is. First I've got to get back out of here. This is where your little feet come in handy. Just trying to get over some stupid terrain. There we go. Just wiggle yourself out. I am doing this in reverse. Shouldn't be going in reverse. It's a lot slower. But there's not a lot of places to turn. There's the main road out there. Would you go to a restaurant called The Smell Out? I don't think so. I'm going to get into forward position just to get around that tree. By memory, I know where the workshop is. I shouldn't have to look at the map again. Plus there's a marker on screen. Okay. Back onto better terrain, that's good. Now there's no more missions in the objectives tab at the moment, so Kelly will no doubt have something for us once I deliver these plans. Another area of the map, perhaps, up in the northeast. That area, there's quite a lot on the map, not unlocked yet. Up in the northeast. This is all done. Yeah, northeast. Shows I'm sure there's another base to be unlocked there. Here we are. Delivery of the plants.
Great work. And good news, it was an easy safe to crack. They're already done. The mind map shows alternate passages were under construction. At least before the roof collapsed. I wonder if we could reinforce them to get you away inside. Maybe you can check it out. See if it can be done.
Nice solar wind. Nice to see ya. Got about a 30-second delay between what I see and what I talk and what you hear. Well, 30 seconds ain't so bad. Thanks for the sub, much appreciated. Yeah, the graphics are good on Roadworks. Sorry, not Roadworks, Roadcraft. Obviously I like my train sims, and I know Hentus Rail plays a lot of other sims, although he does a lot of train sim. But Roadcraft is amazing. I mean, without zooming in, I can't zoom in. The attention to detail on vehicles alone. I mean, the vehicles aren't really that important. You can't control them like you do train sim world. I think the most you do is things like, there isn't even any indicators. It's just graphical. All your work is out here. You got your engines. You got your cranes to do, and missions. Speaking of missions, want to see what she's just given me. Find and explore potential entry points to the mine, which is, oh yeah, more rough terrain. That'll be fun. One location. 2 locations. Interesting. What time is it? 8:45. I might be able to get set up for one of these missions, because the wife will be home within half an hour, so I don't like playing games where she's just finished a day's work. Not very fair, me being at home playing games when she's out nursing. Which one to do first? I think the one in the woods, because that will uncover some map. So it's going to be that bottom location. And the nearest base should be the mountain. Yep, mountain base. And I shall take the scout. Always good to take the scout when you're going into unknown territory. Actually, I don't need my 4-wheel drive on. I'm using PC at the moment. I use the iPad a lot. Not the new iPad, but the last year's iPad, the M4. It's so powerful. I mean, this is actually a PC game I'm running, but I stream my games from geforcenow. I'm not sure if you're familiar with geforcenow, but I can't tell the difference between my local gaming and streaming on cloud gaming. I've seen some really bad cloud gaming. Even xCloud on the Xbox games is terrible streaming. Sorry, terrible is a harsh word. I just don't think it's as nice. Boosteroid, I've tried that. It's not very good. But geforcenow, fantastic. Doesn't have every game I want, but most of them. And I'm thankful it does have Train Sim World 5 and 6. because I've got hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of DLC, which my old 15-year-old computer cannot run it anymore. I think it up and died. Train Sim World 3. 4 it started to struggle. 5 it was really struggling. 6 isn't so bad. It's a bit more optimized this year. But last year, yeah, it's so much stuttering. Right, a lot of trees in here. Yeah, bit of navigation. Might help to look at the map. Oh no, I can't look at the map because it's all covered in cloud. I'm just gonna have to get as close as I can manually, visually. Oh, look at that, a magical dirt track for me to climb. I mean, is it a good thing to have a game like this, or any game with like the fog of war? It isn't a war game, so why did they have this mystery of the map covered? It doesn't make sense to me. You know, I've come up the wrong way. I'm just gonna have to bounce down. And hopefully I don't land upside down. Ooh, that doesn't look too safe to go down that. Is there another way around, do you think? If I came around that way, there's a little bit, but that's blocked by a tree. You know, I'm gonna risk it. Oh, hang on. Looks a bit shallower there. Oh, too late, too late. Gravity's got hold of me. I'm just gonna have to hope for the best. Nope, going for a roll. Go on, roll on your... Oh, made it. I fell into the zone and it unlocked whatever it needed to unlock. And I'm upside down. It's not a good time for my joypad to lose control. It's not run out of battery, it just, for some reason, disconnects wirelessly. There we go. It's back on again. Well, my engine hasn't died, so there's something for me to clamp onto that I can pull myself. Yes. Nope. Come on, baby, get yourself righted up. Saves me going home and coming back. Oh, but then again, I've reached that location. That's all I had to do. My other location is way over there. So yeah, I can go back to base. Refuel. And I do believe it's this way. Down here. There's a little, there should be a little snicket to get through there. Or you could come around the safe way. But it's good fun coming these dangerous routes. This terrain is a bit wonky, a bit knobbly. Even with four-wheel drive, he's struggling to get through that mud. Look how thick that mud is. Yeah, the game has different depths of mud. Um, you can look at somewhere and think, oh, that's going to be very muddy, and then you get to it and it's not too bad. And sometimes you think, oh, that looks quite shallow, and then you hit the shallow mud and it turns out to be really deep. So you can't really tell until you get there. Although we do have a terrain scanner. Anything green is good. Right. Tiny little rocky way through here. Usually only small enough for a scout. Oh, but I don't think he's gonna do it. Ooh, yes. We did it.
Good work, as per usual. Okay, now we need to bring some steel beams to the lava quarry. If you're going to be draining that mine and having a poke around, I don't want it caving in on you. So we'll need those steel beams to brace the walls. Someone needs to look out for you, right?
Steel beams to the lava quarry. I think that's the one it's talking about. Yep. Steel beams. Shall I buy them? I don't think I can buy them yet. I don't think I found my shop. Should be a little construction site for buying things. And I don't think I found it yet. Oh yes, there it is. Yes, I remember now, it's down by the port. How many do I need? 10 steel beams. You can either build them yourself. Well, I've got 6. So that's a good start. So if I came down here, demolished a few items, recycled them, get some steel beams. That means coming down to this base now. Oh, not that vehicle. I need my crane. That's the one. Make my way down to the steel beam facility and recycle some metal. Hopefully I can find some of those big tubes. You get quite a bit of steel for the big tubes. Good evening to anyone just joining or returning. You're very welcome. I'm just killing the last 20 minutes, half hour or so. Getting as many missions done as I can for this evening before cracking on tomorrow. There's no way I can do this entire map in one day. It takes up more time than you can imagine. There's a steel tube. Yeah, I think I'll have that. I'll take that up with me. Come on, select the thing I want. Thank you. pretty heavy, so hopefully I can get up the hill with it. I know it's not much of a hill, but the terrain is a bit... Use my legs to give me a little push up. I don't think they intended the anchors on the crane to do that, but it helps. You can push yourself up that hill. There we go. How much am I going to get for one tube? I can't see it. I've got 0 steel beams here at recycling, so let's see how much this gives me. How much? 3! That's pretty good for one tube. Right. I need 10. I've got 6 in storage, 3 in the recycle, so that's 9. So one more tube. That should do it. It's a bit of an unorthodox way of moving things, but it works. Right, 7 steel beams, and if I extract them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've appeared in the other zone, but I need my cargo truck to take them away. Unfortunately, there's no magic way to swap your materials. You've got to do the work. So I need the mule. Nope, that's not the mule. That's the mule. Sorry, that's the mule trailblazer. And steel beams aren't too heavy, they're not too cumbersome, I can actually carry quite a bit. 7 will be more than enough. And once they're in my cargo pack, I only need to pick up 3 more from the garage. And then I can take them to the zone. This was actually an earthquake zone, so that's why it's so damaged. Some of the other maps are flooded maps. Most of them are just earthquakes and floods. Hopefully we can get a bit more variety, but how many other natural disasters do you get in the world that causes disruption? Earthquakes, floods, tornadoes, hurricanes. That's the sort of scenarios we're in. It's all about restoring infrastructure. Okay, if I angle my truck at the right spot, I just get my first steel beam into the back, and then just magically pull the rope on each time. I don't have to keep wiggling my crane every time. There's a good angle there. I just pull the rope in, and as long as it doesn't go under the truck like that one just did, normally they come up the side of the truck and it pops in magically. Not much effort. But when it goes under the truck, oh, you gotta do it the old way. Yeah, see, that one's a little better. Drag it along and drop it. I'm going to reverse a little, get them a bit more in line so they don't end up underneath the truck. Okay, let's secure them so they don't fall out in case of emergencies, crashes. I think I've played older games when you're carrying cargo and your vehicle turns over, you lose your load. But thankfully in this game it stays strapped in. It's not very realistic, but it helps. Alright, I need to go back to the garage. Pick up 3 more. Garage is just here. Need to buy 3 steel beams. I'm sorry, not buying them, taking them out of storage. And same as before. Pick them up and dump them in. Yeah, he's getting caught under the truck again. Not happy with that one, and I just accidentally pulled out another beam. I'm going to keep that one on the ground, pick that up at a later date. And I've got to get these back over the map. Over to there. What I could do is put everything back into the garage, pull them out at another garage, because they're all connected. And then, so it's less of a journey, but It just means I'm going to have to pull them and load them all again, so it'll be quicker just to drive over the hill, over the river, sorry. For a train sim world fan, it's not nice to see this railroad bridge collapse and damaged. Ooh. Got a little bit overzealous with the accelerator there. Nearly bounced myself into oblivion. I think my job tonight, as soon as I drop off these steel beams, that'll be me till tomorrow. Ooh, I've done it again. Suspension is a bit spongy. Saying that, the roads aren't exactly level. It's the concrete plant to the left. The bridge is just around these trees. Hasn't rained for a while. Again, I think it's quite forgiving with the rain last night. And I've not seen much tonight. Concentrate on the screen, Dave. Concentrate on the screen. Getting distracted by what's going on in real life. Getting to watch my truck. Alright, this bridge takes me over to the northern half of the map, which is where my mountain base is. So yeah, I saved myself a bit of time by not dumping my steel beams and having to reload them again. Terrain here is a little rocky, sandy, muddy, more sand than anything else, gravel, aggregates everywhere. Now if I take a left over the river, this is one of the roads I've crafted, that's why it looks so messy. This road here should take me to the destination. Is it the right fork or is it it'll be the upper fork? Almost there, almost there. There's a lot of missions that need completing before certain things can happen, so you have no choice but to do them. Side missions, I don't think you have to do them, but I like to do sides. And I shouldn't have to dump these, just going into the marker should unload everything automatically. Yeah, then you open your objectives and complete it. It's a bit strange. Why didn't it just automatically complete? You've got to confirm it. That's it. Objective complete.
Looks to me like you'll need a base. And Lakeside sounds like a prime location. How about
Yeah.
you bring over the truck with those repair materials
That sounds
from
like
gas
the new
station? That way
base to be
you'll have
made
an
on the
operational
right hand
base
side of the
right
map.
where you need
But
it.
that's a job for
Best
tomorrow.
camping spot for miles. Let's drain this flooded salt mine.
But
First,
I am
we'll
going
need
to
to
get
haul
ready
out
for the wife
the
coming
waste.
home and some
Then
supper,
you'll need
then
to
bed.
restore the electricity.
So enjoy the rest of the night, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'll be on again tomorrow. Hope to see you there. Night night.